Oh, I don't need that. Okay, so I've covered my ball.
So I'm going to Instagram live this.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
okay.
So I'll kind of start from the beginning.
Sure.
All right.
Here we go. Everybody drew a crowd.
Okay, where did we start? Well, kind of got.
Yeah, let's all get our phones out.
All right, so I'm going to make this heavy crepe paper peony. And the way I'm going to start is I love using foam balls. It makes life so easy. And I just glue that right onto the wire. So I put the wire in, put some glue in, and then let me turn this on just in case I need it later. Oh, is it turned off? Oh, no, there it is. Okay. And then wrap it with a piece of crepe paper. So then this is this stamen. And this is my favorite pair of scissors. Now this is the Lia Griffith Fiskars scissors. Not to promote myself, but I'm gonna.
But do it.
But you may as well.
And, yes.
Yeah.
And these are so sharp and so detailed that you can go in and cut eyelashes. Now I'm not going to cut them that tiny because I'm going to twist these. So I'm actually going to give it a little bit more width than I would say on this flower. I want these super fine. So these are a little bit less fine, and I should have pre-cut all of these.
So she's making these, the stamen.
Yes. And you know, if you guys use, I love my big scissors too, but these little tiny ones,
My favorite.
oh, right?
Yep. I have
Nothing
one pair that I just, if I
Nothing like
lost
if-
them, I would die.
You would
I
curl up in a
had
ball and
mine-
suck
Yeah.
your thumb.
When we first
Yeah.
got the first pair, and I had them on a ribbon around my neck.
Oh, yeah, that's
And then I
smart.
started stabbing myself, so I didn't. When I
So
bent
that
over.
plan went out the window.
Yeah,
But yeah, I love the little ones for small things.
yeah,
like that.
they're awesome. So this one I am doing a little bit thicker, and I'll show you why.
Go ahead.
This
So beautiful.
flower
Yeah,
is one of my new flowers that's in the book.
The new book.
The new
Is that
book.
the book over there?
Yeah,
Yeah,
that's
that's
the
the
book.
I'm afraid to like zoom in because last time I did, last live
You-
I did,
you-
I couldn't zoom back out. I don't
Oh
know.
no!
So I'm like back.
Oh,
and
see,
out,
I'm not
you
doing
know?
a live. I could never zoom in on a
So
live.
once I,
Oh, I was-
Are you iPhone? Yeah.
Yeah,
Once I have
I was
those
able to
cut,
zoom in, but yeah.
I'm
couldn't
just
get
gonna
that
keep talking.
Sorry, I'm
No,
sorry.
you're fine. I'm just gonna twirl them right between my fingers. It's kind of fun. If somebody wants to take the other side and try it.
Go ahead if anybody wants to.
No. And
And that
I'm
paper
telling
has
you,
the
You have to be
paper
super
has such
careful,
strength.
right? To not, yeah.
It
Well, I
does.
was just thinking it might rip.
Yeah, all of them actually have a lot of strength. I mean, the extra fine is a little more delicate, so you have.
But
to
this is
be-
the heavy?
This is the heavy,
Okay.
and there's a lot of grit and weight in this paper. And the reason why I decided to use the heavy for this peony is because I wanted to make the coral charm peony, which has a really deep cup. So it has 250% stretch, which gives me that,
That's crazy.
yeah, that deep cup.
And you're able to form it into
Yeah.
the little, yeah.
And it holds really, really well. So, and all of our gorgeous new colors back there, love them.
Yeah, there are some really beautiful colors.
All right. Almost done, almost done.
And you're working on the center of this gorgeous
Uh-huh.
flower.
Yeah. So I went ahead and covered the ball, even though it probably won't show. I just like to make sure it doesn't peek through in a white foam. Wouldn't look quite so pretty. Okay, last two. That one's not on, so we'll use this one. All right, so I'm just going to add partial, and I'll start.
You okay there? I know you're doing Instagram
I'm
live.
going right on the side of the ball. I'm not going underneath the ball because
Then
we're
they'll
using
flare
it-
out.
Yeah,
Yeah.
and we're using it as structure more so than the ball's not. It's just a it's just a structure. I usually like low temperature hot glue, and this one's hot, so I have to be careful.
Ouch.
Is this a specific brand of crepe paper?
Yeah, it's
It is
theirs.
my brand.
It is your
her
brand. Okay.
Yeah. because
someone was asking
not every,
on the live.
not every crepe paper is going to act like that.
Right, exactly.
No,
And
no.
someone was saying it didn't stretch.
Yeah, this is the Lia Griffith brand crepe paper, and it's all made in Germany. And probably if they have a paper that doesn't stretch, it's made in China. Chinese crepe paper doesn't stretch.
Oh,
Yeah.
good to know. Okay.
Yeah. All right. So now I'm making these into cups. So I'm using my fingers, and I like to say treat it like clay.
Yeah.
You know, you kind of gently
Guide it.
form
yeah.
it and guide it. And I'll start in the center and kind of work my way out.
Would you like to say your exact brand and where they can get it, Leah?
Yes, it's the Lia Griffith brand. It's made in Germany by Rolla, and you can get it on my site, shop.liagriffith.com. They also carry it other places as well. You can check on Amazon, which is great because you get free shipping. And the new color palette will be available on our site first.
Okay, great.
And yeah, and we'll,
Shop.liagriffith.com.
and we'll make for sure that everybody knows which retailers are carrying them.
You have
our
a like a
stockist.
locator on your
Yeah.
website.
Yeah, a stockist list and all that. But we always know we have it.
Okay.
So that's always a safe bet.
Right.
So here we are shaping and
petals,
forming. Yeah. And if you want to, you know, peonies are very, they vary. That's a good word for it. So you could actually kind of,
Rip some a little.
yeah. You can. And also kind of feather these out to give them ruffles. All right, so then the next thing, I'm going to start, okay, it's not hot yet. And then I'll just start by placing the petals right around the base. I need another. Ooh.
You need those super long glue sticks.
I go through a lot of glue, let me tell you. So as I'm placing the petals around, I only have 6 of these. I place them, but I also watch from this side to make sure that they're where I want them. Until this catches, it always falls back out. So there's 5. And I just dripped glue everywhere.
It's beautiful.
It's already starting to look
Yeah,
pretty.
it really is.
The thing that I love about crepe paper, especially this heavy, it's forgiving, it's easy to shape, it's great for beginners. You know, you can have a 10-year-old making paper flowers and probably come up with something really gorgeous. All right, there's the first set. So now I'll do the same thing here. And in this case, I'm just gonna really work on giving myself the biggest cup I can. So as I'm pulling it here, I'm also forming it back in with my fingers.
And it has that much elasticity.
It does.
Yeah,
that's
crazy,
amazing.
right? Yeah.
That's the difference between
paper,
yours
right.
and
The other thing about the Lia Griffith crepe paper line is that we made sure that there are no cross lines. You'll see that in a lot of other crepe paper. There's the machine lines. We had them take them out. Why?
Oh.
We don't need them. They
No.
kind of mess up our flowers. So we made sure that happened. And this is a brand new color for, well, it's a brand new paper because we just started doing the heavy. So on the peony, on our pattern, it says you can do 10 to 20 of these petals, so you can make it as big as you want. Or you can stop there if you
Right,
want to.
yeah.
So I'll start gluing these on just to show you guys. I love using hot glue. It's fast. It gets things, you know, you can move a lot quicker than if you use a white glue. I do use white glue sometimes for some things, but okay, this is a hot glue, so you have to hold it longer. I usually use low temp.
Yeah.
So you have to, I have to remember because I don't use this very often.
Plus, you don't want to burn yourself.
Yeah, I know. We low temps, we can't find them. They're somewhere. We don't know.
The other words, there it goes.
Yeah, there it goes. Just have to remember to hold it. So I'm trying to just form it up around as much as possible. And again, it's about kind of working back and forth where I place a petal and, you know, I look at it here and then I bring it back and watch the front side of the flower to make my placement. That stays.
Are you just using regular like floral wire for the stem?
Yeah, my favorite floral wire is actually, I'll show you, this is paper covered floral wire.
Okay.
I like it because it holds glue better and also the finish is a bit nicer. You don't have to tape the whole thing.
Okay.
You can use regular. This is an 18 gauge.
Okay.
So my stems, I'll generally use an 18 gauge. I also use like a 24, 26 gauge if I'm wiring leaves or wiring petals. So you can see wired leaves over here with my roses.
It's amazing that those are paper, right?
It's hard to believe.
Yeah, that's the double-sided.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, it's just really
And
stunning.
then those flowers over there too are made from those
These are
stems, right?
Yeah, these are made from double-sided as well. This is a combination of double-sided extra fine. That's an extra fine there. So, in writing my book, I fell in love with all three papers. Like each one of them has
Its own,
reason and
yeah.
its own-
Right.
And I love mixing, you know.
Yeah.
Well, that
So-
gives more dimension to the.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, and every flower has a different texture, right? I mean, real flowers.
They
so,
do.
Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, the heavier crepe paper was not my first love. I liked the lighter better, but now that I have it in my, you know, in my line again, ours is a bit finer. It's not quite so toothy, and it does hold shape really well. And there are some flowers that need to be heavy,
Right.
like our big huge sunflower. So
Yes.
beautiful, so beautiful. Yeah, and that one, and also I did a bunch of Gerber daisies. Oh yeah.
Oh, I bet those were beautiful.
Yeah. I know, we could only bring so many flowers, you guys. We actually packed a bunch of them in our suitcases. And they don't always
And that had to be
travel
hard. I was going to say that had to be hard too because you use bubble
can't
wrap or
crush 'em.
something.
No,
yeah.
you don't want to use bubble. Actually, Emily figured out the best way to transport flowers is you take a box, floral foam in the bottom,
Okay.
And
just
stick 'em in.
Oh,
and let
yeah.
the air be the padding. Yep.
Oh, good. Smart.
Yep. All right, this is the last one I've cut. But you could go on and on. I mean, this is a small peony. You could continue and make it a full bloom, really heavy peony.
Truly gorgeous.
Beautiful.
I'll see the paper that she is using is Lia Griffith heavy crepe paper. If you can see that over there, you can find it at shop.liagriffith.com. And there will also be updates on the site that will tell you what retailers will be carrying the papers.
And we'll have all of our new crepe paper by, I believe, the first week of February. Is still, I think it just landed from Germany yesterday.
Yeah.
So,
Okay.
yep. So it's fresh off the boat.
Yeah, we have like
And rebarb, very beautiful.
Are these scissors from your line? Scissors line as
Yes,
well?
they are. Yeah. You can tell by the teal.
I was just going to say that beautiful teal color.
Yeah. I was working on getting teal dresses to wear, but I decided,
Yeah.
You blend right into the wall.
So these little things, I make little green parts, and then I will glue them on the bottom here to get a really nice finish. And then I'll finish it with floral tape. So that's what I'm doing here. I think that there are so many varieties of peonies out there. This is a really great one to start with. It's quite simple, and the heavy crepe paper is just so easy to work with. Yeah.
Someone is asking the name of your book.
The name of the book is called, yes, it's called The Beginner's Guide to Crepe Paper Flowers, 21 Templates and
Got a
Tutorials.
big glare.
I know.
There you
yeah.
go. There you go.
That work?
Yep.
Go
Beginner's
ahead.
Guide to
Here.
Crepe Paper Flowers, 21 Templates and Tutorials.
Yeah, and we'll let you know when it's available. It's, we just finished writing.
Just finished it? Very exciting. You're welcome, Acha.
Yes, thank you for doing that.
And I see the patterns.
I'll flip through the book really quick and show you a little.
Well, you have a few of the patterns on the
Yeah.
table, right? Can I just
Yes.
kind of get
Yes.
a shot of those?
So the book includes all the patterns for all the 21 flowers. And we also have a section, you can actually go onto our site and download them and print
Oh,
them.
cool.
Okay,
So
great.
you don't have to ruin your book, or you don't have to
Yeah.
flatten it to photocopy it.
Perfect.
Right.
And if you have, a Cricut Maker, you can download the SVG cut files and cut
That's
your
awesome.
Nice. That's
Oh, you
great.
could cut it with, oh my
You can cut it with
gosh.
the Maker.
That's
Not
huge.
to explore with the Maker, yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Wow.
huge. Yeah.
That's huge.
Sherry said she found your paper on Amazon.
Yes. Yes. Thank you,
But
Steve.
Googling.
That would be huge if we wanted to do classes. You could cut.
Yeah.
If you
Yeah.
if you wanted to save time and
Yes. The nice thing too about the crepe paper, I kind of pre-cut almost everything before you guys got here, but you can stack and cut.
Yeah.
If you don't have a cutting machine, I think with the heavy, I would say 4 to 8 layers.
Which
so
helps.
you can cut them a lot
Yeah.
faster. Yeah. And I also, when you're doing a class, you do kind of want to get through the cutting fast so that you can get to the actual creation. But when I'm doing it myself, it's very therapeutic
Yes.
to sit
Right.
and cut and curl and make. And it is one of my favorite nighttime things to do. All right, so there's that. Now I can wrap this with my floral tape, or here I'm going to show you guys another trick, just because I like this as well. So I'm cutting across the grain, not with the grain, but across it, and there's a reason. And make sure when you cut out your patterns, really watch the grain lines, because that is
Makes a
key.
difference on
It's
how
a
you can cup the
huge,
paper.
Huge difference. It will really tell your flower how to lay.
So you do it exactly like floral.
Yep. So
tape,
I'm using
wrapping.
this. Yes. Yeah. But it matches, and also floral tape, because it is actually, floral tape is made for florists.
Right.
And it's made so that it won't get wet.
It
when you
can
put
get
your
wet,
Yeah,
yeah.
It can. Yeah. So it doesn't soak up the water. Where this, obviously, you can't put this in water. But it also thickens my stem if you want a nice thick finish, which wire doesn't always give you that option. This is way too hot. That's why I'm kind of.
Yeah.
Did
You need a low
say-
temp for that.
I do.
Yeah. Did you say you don't have a release date yet on the book? Just you'll be releasing that on your...
Yes, we will have a release date. Watch our site, watch our social. We'll let you guys know. Believe me, we're
Watch
really excited about it.
LiaGriffith.com for
Yep.
that.
Yeah.
Or on social media. And no, Hasti, there's no paint being used here.
Not yet, but we do use paint.
Okay.
Yes, and in my book I talk about it.
Okay,
So
great.
the 3 things that I use in my book, I'll pick it up here in a sec as soon as I put this on. I use pan pastels.
Okay.
So if you guys are familiar with that, you can get them at maybe more of an art store like Blick carries the pan pastels.
Okay.
And I'll show you exactly what that is. Okay. We're gonna just slap this on here to be done.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
Fingers have to be dying.
So I used a marker on this to get my detail work. So this is this flower. This is the center. So I use markers to do detail work. I also use, like on this, if I can pull this out.
You have a Facebook page, right, Leah?
Oh yeah.
And it's just Lia Griffith.
Yeah,
Okay.
I have 2. There's a personal one and a work one. Follow the work one. I never post on personal.
Okay.
And then I dip these in paint. You can see how the little tips.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, sure.
Dipped.
So it gives them like a little...
Yeah, just a
knob
just a
on
little
the
ball,
end.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a little bit of colored, pollen
That's
looking
neat.
thing. And then, like these flowers here, we use the pan pastels to kind of add some texture and color. And then the little dots are markers. So it's a combination. I'm going to think trying to remember. Like this plant, I think we used colored pencils.
Oh my god! I didn't know that was paper.
Yeah.
I thought that was a real plant up there.
Nope.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and then I'm trying to guys. Do I have anything where I used a pen? I know they're in my book. I'll show you some.
That's awesome. I thought that was a real plant up there. Okay, here comes the book.
All right, yeah. Oh, yeah. Here's the book, you guys. All right, so this is the book, and it's almost done, not quite. So it starts out
Getting
where
lots of hearts.
I talk about what this book is about and how it's going to help you. I give you a history of crepe paper. I talk about all the different types of crepe papers and the manufacturers that are out there. They're really complete, information if you're interested. Then here's the glossary of all of the crepe papers that I offer and the different types and what they're used for. Here's my craft materials. So paint, pan, pastels, markers, the tools that I use. And then I go through every technique so that you can learn thoroughly each technique that I use in the book. Here's the maker machine.
And your patterns, you said, would work with all the different cutting machines, right?
Only with the maker, because you have to
With
have
maker,
a rotary
okay.
blade.
Okay.
Yeah, the crepe paper doesn't work very well. So here's all the techniques, and then we go into the 21 flowers, and I have step outs of every single flower. So all 21 flowers, I wanted to find one. Okay, this one I used pan pastel. You can see right here at the base of these calla lilies.
Oh, yeah.
How they shift color. So that would be a pan pastel use. And then, so see, I'm not quite done yet.
Yeah.
Oh, here's a pan pastel.
almost done.
Yeah,
Oh,
I
these are-
added,
that
so
color
there's
is
without
gorgeous.
pan pastel, and this is with pan pastel just to show the difference.
Nice.
So just, it adds, it gives you much more flexibility. Oh yeah, here's my Gerber daisy.
Oh,
Use
those
the
are
little
beautiful.
pan pastels in there.
That's
Isn't
crazy.
that fun?
Amazing.
And then at the back of the book,
You don't sell kits, do you, Leah?
Yeah, we
They're
do.
going
You
to.
do?
Yeah.
Okay, all right.
So at the
we'll
back
get
of
to
the
that,
book-
Brenda.
Yeah. At the back of the book, we have all of the patterns.
Oh my gosh,
But we also
gorgeous.
have a place you can go download them.
Okay.
So that's all done for you. And then I have my resources as
Okay.
well.
Can we see the cover
So-
again, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Oh, I'm
There
gonna
you
show
go,
the back
guys.
cover.
Just get a picture of it so you can save it for when it comes out.
Yeah,
Coming out soon.
coming out soon.
And the
and
back?
then here's the back.
Oh, Birdie.
Gorgeous.
Yep.
Awesome.
So then the kits.
Okay, the kits.
We have 6 kits over here, and we're working on more, of course.
So the papers, here's the kits down here.
So this just shows you a sample of what's in the kit. But for instance, like this kit down here, the anemone, will make 24 flowers.
Wow.
So we'll have the total of how many flowers you can make with each of these bundles.
So many of them, too.
Yes,
And when
we
will the
have
kits
6.
be available?
We're hoping
Same
in a
time
couple
around?
months. Yeah.
Okay, around the
Yeah.
same time as the book?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So also here we brought these samples. This is made in Italy. So it's a beautiful crepe paper, but it does have the cross lines on it.
Oh, yeah.
And it's really quite heavy. Ours is a little bit lighter than that and a little
Right.
bit finer grain. And then this is the made in China that doesn't really stretch. Like there's no stretch there. So
That's the difference.
that's the difference. So, again, we really wanted to create a line that was specifically for flower making.
Right.
But the papers are available now on Amazon.
Some of
right?
them are. This
Some
is
of
our
them,
this is
okay.
our new line.
Okay.
So we have all of our former line was double. It was 20 inches long. Now we're doing 10 because it's easier to ship.
Yeah.
And we've expanded our color palette from this to this.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
these are all available. All
Okay.
of our double sided.
Well, it was nice meeting you. Thank
was
you.
so good to
And I'll be
meet
in
you.
touch because I
Okay.
think we're going to want to do this in the store.
I
So
would love it.
yeah,
Yeah,
awesome. Nice to meet you.
yeah.